So if you think about it, there's a formula to be a millionaire with an amazing life. There's another formula to be a millionaire with a miserable life. Everything in life has a formula, and the best news of all is that we can change it. So the formula I apply is 3 components: your inner game, which is your foundation, your game plan, which is your strategy, and your outer game, which is your execution. Hi, I'm Ep102, and welcome to the Millionaire Insider, where we provide you insider secrets of how millionaires do business, life, and money differently. Thank you so much for joining us. I really encourage you to subscribe so that you get notified of new episodes and that you also engage. Everyone always says, how can I get my Millionaire Insider mug? You get it by engaging. I want to see that you're applying this material. I know if you apply this material, you're going to dramatically improve your odds of succeeding. So one of the things that I found in my journey advising the top 1% and 2% of millionaires and multimillionaires and even average people is that we all live with a formula. And today we're diving into episode 101, which is the Millionaire Insider Formula. So if you think about it, there's a formula to be a millionaire with an amazing life. There's another formula to be a millionaire with a miserable life. Everything in life has a formula, and the best news of all is that we can change it. So the formula I apply is 3 components: your inner game, which is your foundation, your game plan, which is your strategy, and your outer game, which is your execution. All materials and intellectual property are copywritten by millionaireseries.com. The information we provide is not intended to replace investment, financial, tax, retirement, or any planning or health advice. You've got to check with your own team of consultants before beginning any plan. All participants agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless where results achieved are not achieved, and all international copyrights are reserved. So let's dive in. Welcome to episode 101, the Millionaire Insider Formula. So if you would like to download the formula guide, you can go to millionaireseries.com/mi-formula, and you can download it there. Then you can follow along and you can kind of create your own formula. So the first step is your foundation, and your foundation is something that's absolutely critical because what it allows you to do is to really between your ears, what you need to do between your ears, creating a solid foundation. So let's look at what this is comprised of. Your foundation and inner game includes quieting your mind and mastering your focus. This we're diving into the Millionaire Insider in episode 117. Deciding what you want to achieve, what you really want. Setting your goals. This is in the Millionaire Insider 107. Programming and reprogram your mind. This is in the Millionaire Insider 106. Elevating your worth barometer, which is your belief in your self-esteem. This is the Millionaire Insider 105. Identifying and scheduling your high-value activities, income-producing activities, power hours, power breaks, and non-negotiable activities. This is in the Millionaire Insider episode 103. And then delegating your low-value activities and eliminating your non-value activities, which is also in episode 103. And then identifying your consequences to your actions. The outer conditions of a person's life will always reflect their inner beliefs. This is a quote by James Allen. This is why the foundation is so critical. So I want you to think about millionaires that have amazing lives and ones that have tragic lives. The one thing that separates them is their foundation. If you have a solid foundation, you can pretty much weather whatever's going on out there. But when you don't, it just produces havoc. You're always searching for some fix to make you happy. It might be alcohol, it might be drugs, whatever it may be. What we want to do is we want to get the solid foundation so that we're not nearly as impacted by what's happening out there, and we're more impacted by what's happening in here. Critical, absolutely critical. The first thing you got to do is you got to decide what you want. What do you want personally and professionally? And you've got to find it with crystal clear clarity. You want to begin by identifying your top 3 personal objectives and top 3 business objectives. So go ahead and write that in the form. Very important for you to identify that. And then you got to focus. To focus, we have to slow down and quiet our mind. Silent meditation, focused breathing, breathing in through your nose to the count of 8, holding it for 8, and then releasing for 12 is critical. And what they've actually found by doing these type of exercise, it actually decreases the mass in our brain where our fear and our anxiety lies, in our amygdala. and it actually expands where our joy, love, and peace reside. And then you got to program it. So we're going to dive deep into programming it in episode 106. But what you want to do, just as kind of an overview, is the best time to program something into your mind is in your theta or alpha state. This is right when you're going to sleep or right when you're waking up. And ideally, that's when you're kind of in a hypnotic state, and it's just very easy if you want to change a habit or something just to program it. Repetition is another great way to program it into your mind. Visualization, we spoke about that in episode 100. Affirmative statements, I am or I active verb. Muscle reprogramming. And the issue with muscle reprogramming is you really need to do it in a live setting. It's very difficult to do on your own, but it is very effective. And then setting your goals, but not just setting them, achieving them. You know, they've done studies, and they look at people that set goals January 1st, and by the 19th, 92% had given up on their goals. I mean, that's just amazing to me. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? But what you've got to do, if you want your goal to stick, you've got to align your conscious mind with your subconscious mind. If those aren't in alignment, it's very unlikely you're going to achieve your goal. That's the first step to making it a reality. You want to write out your goals, I am or I active verb. So one of the things you'll do when you're filling out your form, how much money do you earn? I earn the amount of money with ease. I am an amazing spouse. I am an amazing wife. I'm an amazing husband. I'm an amazing mother. I'm an amazing father. Write out your goals. That's huge. And then your worth barometer. We're diving deep into episode 105 in the worth barometer, but this is the biggest determinant of your success. It's your beliefs and your self-esteem. And it's the key to creating a financially free life you love. So powerful, so important. So some tips for a solid foundation. 1, you've got to get adequate sleep, 7 to 8.5 hours a day. 2, you got to slow down and quiet down your mind and recharge it so you can focus. Focus breathing, first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening. Again, breathe in through your nose to the count of 8, hold it for 8, release for 12. Eating a clean diet, non-starchy vegetables, lean protein, healthy fat. 4, exercising your mind and body. Very important. Identifying and improving triggers, responses, and backtracks. So triggers bring us below the grid. Something that sets us off, somebody cutting us off in traffic, somebody saying something rude to us. To improve those, either focused breathing or silent meditation. And then responses, we get to choose how we respond. And then backtracks is what do we need to do to get back on track so we can be above the grid in that space of love, energy, peace of mind. 6, we want to reduce stress. And 7, we want to increase our reserves. So if we need $5,000 a month, then what we're going to do is we're going to have $6,000 a month so that we have that extra reserve and we don't have pressure. If we need 7 hours of sleep, we're going to plan it so we get 7.5 hours of sleep, increasing that. It's so important for your foundation. All right, step 2, creating your strategy. You want a winning strategy. So first thing you got to do is create your ideal day, and you're going to look at your peak performance schedule, your power hours, personal power hours and business powers, and your power breaks. In your peak performance schedule, you have personal power hours and business power hours. Personal power hours are ones that deal with your foundation, focused breathing, silent meditation, exercise, sleep, drinking water, all those things. And then your business power hours are things that are going to improve or you're working towards in your business or at your job, your career. And there are 50 to 70 minutes of laser focus where you're doing the activity without interruption. So if you've not been operating on a power hour, you need to possibly sit down with your boss or sit down with one of your partners and explain, I'm starting to incorporate this so that I can really have laser focus. They've done studies that show that by getting interrupted, you actually decrease your productivity up to like 26 times, like you're less productive. It's crazy. You're actually more productive if you are smoking pot. Now, I'm not encouraging you to go smoke pot, but it's really important that we are able to laser focus because then we can get more done in less time and we're much more productive. One of the things that was really amazing to me in studying millionaires and really advising the top of millionaires, ones that are really successful, is their inability to multitask. Most of us were raised with the thought process that if we multitask, we're much more effective. It's not true. And so when you're doing your power hour, you want to be laser focused doing one thing, and then it's followed by a power break, which is typically 7 to 10 minutes. 5 to 7, moving your arms, moving your legs, followed by focused breathing, breathing in through your nose, feet flat on the ground, closing your eyes, breathing in through the count of 8, hold for 8, and release for 12. And you do that 5 cycles, a minimum of 5 cycles or 10, and then it's followed by setting your intention for the next power hour. I want you to start by committing to do 4 to 6 business power hours per day and 1 to 2 personal power hours. So powerful, so effective. All right, your strategy for business includes creating a plan, identifying your niche market, 1 or 2, interviewing and researching interviewees. Those are prospects that may never become your clients, and referral partners. Referral partners obviously being people who can refer others to you. And then identifying your 100 ideal profitable clients, your T100, we refer to that as. Your plan for your relationship, referral, and follow-up strategies, and then identifying your high value and your income producing activities. And then for your strategy relating to financial freedom, this would include creating your plan. It would include your cash flow analysis, investment management, tax planning, retirement planning, estate planning, so that you can achieve financial freedom. It also includes creating a plan B in the event that plan A doesn't work. Your team of advisors who are guiding you and helping you achieve your goal, as well as identifying your high-value activities and income-producing activities that you need to complete to create a financially free life you love. Very powerful, very important. And then step 3, this is your execution. Your execution includes completing 80% of your high-value activities and income-producing activities, implementation of your business plan if you have a business, or your financial plan if you don't, reviewing and comparison of your ideal plan as compared to your actual plan, and then revisions of your ideal plan as needed. The next step is to create your peak performance schedule, and this is just an example. But you want to start the process the day before. So between 4:30 and 5:30, you're going to complete your T5, and this is part of the Millionaire Insider Focus Planner if you need that. From 5:30 to 8:30, you'll have dinner and family time. From 8:30 to 9:30, yoga, meditation, focused breathing, whatever is going to put you in that alpha state. From 9:30 to 10, go to bed. Ideally, you want to be to bed before 10 and no TV 90 minutes before going to bed. And then arise 5 to 6 a.m., ideally without an alarm clock so you can confirm that you're really getting enough sleep. 6 to 7 would be a personal power hour. 7 to 7:30, breakfast, your protein shake. 8 to 8:30, prep for the day. 8:30 to 9:20, 15 minutes of a business power hour, and then 9:20 to 9:30 would be a personal power hour, and typically it's going to be a power break. And then this is an example where you're going to have various business power hours, 50 minutes, followed by power breaks. Some might be 50, some might be 70. Sometimes people go up to 90, but I find 50 to 70 to be optimal. That's where we have seen the best results. And then you get down to 4 to 5:30, your T5, and you're going to start over again for the next day. So let's look at some tips to get results. You've got to consistently do the work. So you've got to identify the most important tasks and then consistently complete them. You got to create your peak performance schedule. You got to create your plan. It's not a one-off. Success requires work. You know, one of the most important things that I have found about success is a lot of it's boring and mundane. And that's why most people don't do it, is it's not exciting. You're not getting that dopamine, that adrenaline rush by the things, the activities you need to do to succeed. So as you're going through that and you're going, this is kind of boring, just get used to it. As you start getting the results and you see how exciting it is to have the money you want, to have the job you want, to have the career you want, to start your own business, whatever your goal is, that will be enough to push you through. But until you get there, you've got to just kind of have faith and trust and know that a lot of success is boring and mundane. Focus on content and the application. I can't guarantee results, but what I can do is share results of people that have gotten by implementing the formula. So increases in revenue, 12%, 22, 25, 27, 32, 37, 40, 52. Last year's biggest increase was 72%, 81, 92, 100, 167, 223, 467, up to 775%. Biggest deal ever, best quarter, best month, $200,000 commission plus $60,000 ongoing. First $100,000 month, I think we've had 7 producers hit that. First $200,000 month followed by $100,000. Biggest deal ever, increase in assets under management up to 80 million. Massive referrals. Our referral king had been Mike Ann at 400%, and then Mike L came back and behind him did 1,025%, and I said no one ever beat that. The next year he beat it and hit 1,220%. $1 million roundtable, losing weight, better relationships, peace of mind, amazing results. So some insight from researching and advising and strategizing with the top 1% and 2%. The ultimate goal is always freedom. Financial, life, mental, and physical freedom. Freedom to do what you want, when you want, and how you want. It requires focus, commitment, a belief, determination. You can't solve the challenge at the same level of thinking that created it. Time is never the issue. It's the effective use of your time. Lack of resources, money, and time are a result of not knowing what to do almost always. You must commit to creating a simple plan and then consistently execute. So I encourage you, go down into the buttons below and commit. Commit is so critical. Another very effective tool are consequences. Identifying consequences if you complete something, say golf or massage on Friday, and if you don't, donating to either a political or religious organization that you don't like. Very powerful, very effective. Success is not an accident. It's focused, consistent, massive right action that leads to success. The best news, anyone can have it. You just need to go do it. So I want to thank you so much for attending the formula. I hope you really get it. If you just take the time to create a solid foundation, a winning strategy, and then consistently execute, you are going to be so much further ahead than you'll ever be by not. I can guarantee you that. I hope today's episode really inspired you, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, and also please go down and comment. We always get asked, how can I get a Millionaire Insider mug? And the way you get one is by connecting with us, going down, engaging with us. People I see engaging, applying the information, telling me what works, where they need support, are ones who are going to get that. And so I'm so excited to be a part of your journey. If you need additional support on your foundation or inner game, or even on your strategy, I encourage you to go to millionaireseries.com/mindset. You can watch the training there that's designed to really help you take your business and life to the next level. For today's show notes and resources, go to millionaireseries.com/101. For all shows, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. Occasionally, those numbers might not be exact. We do our absolute best to get them right. As we are starting this process, we've moved a few around. So again, if there's by any chance a wrong number, I really apologize for that. I want to thank you so much for attending. I really appreciate your engaging, and I really look forward to seeing the results you get, especially in applying the formula, because I'm telling you, my friends, it is a game changer. This is Ep102 from the Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved. Bye now.